Combat Federation presents 3 5-minute rounds of professional mixed martial arts in this lightweight bout. Introducing first, in the blue corner, fighting out of Paris, France by way of Italy, weighing in at 70.8 kilograms and standing at 174 centimeters tall. He has a pro record of 5 wins and 3 losses. Gregorio Davide Grenade Latorre! Across the cage, his opponent stands in the red corner. He's fighting out of Gothenburg, Sweden by way of Afghanistan. He weighs in at 72 kilograms and stands at 179 centimeters with an undefeated record of 4 fights and 4 wins. Prince Sahil Siraj!
Just caging the closed door, locking these 2 animals inside, and if you have fighters of this caliber, you need a referee of such caliber like Decky the Bandit Larkin.
Absolutely. This should be an intense, explosive match. Both these guys known for not going with distance. And let's see if... Okay, there we have the opening kick and another one.
That's heavy from Sahil Siraj, trying to beat up that lead leg. Oh, and lands a sharp uppercut in the clinch.
I tell you, I could feel that body kick all the way over from here.
He's just demanding the respect from Davide Gregorio.
And De La Torre, you know, with a spinning attempt there, not quite successful, but at least showing that, you know, he's got enough weapons on the arsenal to contend here with Siraj.
And as I said at the top of the broadcast, he cannot allow Sahil Siraj time to find that kicking distance. And again, just that switch leader kick, the ground he covers with that is phenomenal.
And look at the redness on the side of the La Torre. I mean, it's just insane how much power Siraj packs in those kicks. That's just one body kick.
And you can see Gregorio Davide holding that elbow low to protect the body, which could be part of the game plan of Sahil to go up high. Wasn't a million miles away with it.
And there we see some more of those spinning attacks from La Torre, which he has been known to do at times.
Serious damage on the body of Gregorio Davide La Torre.
I've heard stories of certain Muay Thai coaches.
Oh, big shot from Sahil Siraj.
Great right hand connected there.
And he just looks so calm in there. You can tell this is a real veteran of combat sports, just taking his time, moving, light on the feet.
And I've heard stories of Muay Thai coaches refusing to hold pads for Siraj for more than 3 rounds simply because of the pain that he inflicts with his kicks.
You can see the difference in the kick. When Sahil throws a kick, it's that dull thud, but Gregorio trying to get in on the single, but he's eating shots for it. Beautiful balance from Sahil Siraj here.
And there we have the first takedown of the night. Nicely done by Del Torre, but Siraj right up to his feet. But once again,
trying to fight the double underhooks from Gregorio here. May try and create a little bit of a shelf with his own leg to pull Sahil down, but has the double underhooks. May look for the trip takedown. There it is.
There it is, yeah. And this is definitely where La Torre should have an advantage here on the ground. He does have 3 wins by submission after all, and he definitely should be the more experienced grappler.
A 4-stripe BJJ blue belt in his own right, so does have a little bit of quality on the ground, as you've alluded to. 3 wins via submission. Just taking his time, has 1 hook in. And he's just softening up Sahil with a couple of shots here to keep him honest, keep him guessing. Sahil covering up smartly.
And this is exactly what De La Torre needs. As you said before, Phil, he cannot let Siraj establish a kicking range. And this is the perfect way of not only destroying that range, but also tiring Siraj out a bit.
Really nice work from Sahil there, doing exactly what he needed to do. Turn into his opponent, create that separation, back to where he wants to keep this fight.
And it seems like another potentially kick to the cup there. Nice leg kick there from La Torre.
And you can see Sahil's wearing a little bit of redness on the inside of his leg there.
Yeah.
Switching stances, and that's more a sign of Sahil. Just he's and again to the body, but something which Sahil does very well is keep his opponent guessing by switching stances.
Yeah, very smartly done, especially when his kicks truly are his most powerful weapon. Switching stances is a great way of masking those attacks. There's a nice left hand that got through from Siraj as well.
You can see Gregorio Davide trying to mix things up with the levels. You can see him faking low and almost feinting to go high a couple of times, faking that takedown and coming over the top. Potentially something he might try and utilize later, try and get the threat of the takedown established in the mind of Prince Sahil Siraj.
Absolutely, because one.
Oh, that's a big shot. Just pops right into Sahil.
Strong right hand, and I liked the way that Siraj pivoted out of it as well afterwards.
That's a nice head movement. You can see it's a shot from a long way out. Runs him into the cage. Just throwing big hands. Good awareness from Sahil Siraj there.
A slight little stumble there from Latour. I wonder if it was just balance or maybe it's some of those kicks that are starting to get to him.
See the left eye's really starting to redding up of Gregorio Davide. A little cut underneath the right eye of Sahil Siraj too. That straight is money. That left straight right down the pipe.
It's just so clean.
Oh, there it is again. That is gorgeous. Over under position and Sahil Siraj with the takedown.
He is just delivering on all fronts. Here is Prince Sahil Siraj. Let's see what he can get done on top.
Needs to be wary of the up kick here. And again, just showing his intelligence by stepping back, calling his man to get up. He's mixed it up a little bit on the ground. I think that was more just to show. And again, that's straight, just shy with the knee. What a first round of action we have here, Sebastian.
Oh, absolutely. The time just flew by. When I heard the 10 seconds lift, I almost couldn't believe it. Intense round. And I gotta say, that left hand from Sahil Siraj is like just a bullet fired from a rifle.
It's an absolute piston of a shot. Just again, because he's coming from that southpaw stance, it's coming from an awkward angle. Gregorio Davide is used to moving in a certain direction. By doing that, he's moving into the power straight, into the power body kick as we've seen.
Here we have some of the action. There were Latour getting a takedown momentarily, but didn't really manage to hold that top control. And I don't know, Phil, what would you say? What possible advice would you give to Siraj right now?
I think he's going to tell him to keep distance, establish that kicking range right from the get-go. And conversely, on the side of Gregorio Davide, I think we're going to try and tell him to punch his way into the takedowns, try and initiate the clinching, and keep the fight very close because, as we've alluded to, and we say ad nauseum, you cannot allow someone like Sahil Siraj to establish his kicking game from the outset.
Absolutely. And I can only agree. I think that Latour showed that he does have what is required to take the fight to where he needs it to be. I mean, even when he momentarily established a bit of a clinch there from shooting from a long way out, I mean, he still did manage to put a few question marks into the mind of Sahil Siraj. And that's what he needs to do, get him thinking.
Sahil just pawing, and again, it puts everything into that body kick.
And it's just lightning fast, too.
You can see the further reddening up on the legs of both men. I wouldn't have been surprised to see the spinning back fist there from Sahil Siraj. That's something he does beautifully, almost like a lethargic roundhouse kick into a spinning back fist.
And he got out of the range of that kick with ease. And again, that left hand is just on point.
See Gregorio Davide having a little bit of trouble trying to inadvertent eye poke, and I think that was just more so due to the gloves that we use in mixed martial arts, due to any other than any kind of malice coming from Sahil Siraj.
No, absolutely. He's not a dirty fighter by any stretch of the imagination. Completely, not at all intended.
Oh, again! Oh, he caught him clean with that.
I think he might be a little shaken.
I think that was more of a knuckle in the eye, just landed clean. But again, trying to get him with a takedown, but needs to be wary of dipping that head in.
That is nice defense from Sahil Siraj.
I think Siraj might be smelling just a little bit of blood in the water.
And that was, even if it was a feint, it was a bit of a labored feint from Latour.
Again, a nice straight from Sahil Siraj, and Gregorio Davide is definitely having trouble with that eye.
Yeah, you can tell from here. He's kind of squinting a little bit.
And if that's the case and his vision's somewhat impaired, you may see Sahil Siraj perhaps go up top, start attacking from that side, create a little bit of an angle for himself. They go, that's huge to the body. Somewhere Bas Rutten is smiling.
Oh, absolutely.
Good takedown in from Gregorio Davide. And rolling from Sahil, showing just how well-rounded he is.
He truly is rising to the occasion here. And Latour was complaining about something, or perhaps fence grab. Again, didn't necessarily seem intentional as such. I mean, your body will, out of reflex, reach out and grab something while you're falling.
Again, that's straight, but then, he wobbles him a little bit with the overhand.
Look for your shot.
Gregorio Davide is definitely still in this fight, as he is that kind of fighter that has one-punch knockout power, as does Sahil Siraj. So this really is, if somebody lands clean in any stage of this, but that's a leg kick.
That's how we do it.
Beautiful work
And yeah, definitely, as you said, Phil, I mean, Latore has the heart of a true Italian warrior, a true gladiator. He's never out of a fight.
There you go. There you go. Go for the knees. Good.
And we have seen some pretty good step-in knees from Latore earlier on in his career. But I think that he would definitely do good to try and mask some of that and then close off a distance. Adding a knee into the mix would definitely be beneficial for him as well.
Trying to use all of that boxing knowledge to try and roll his way in, and he's cutting a little bit of a frustrated figure here.
Yeah.
He can't quite find that opening, but that's... Oh, that's huge! Again, straight down the middle, and Sahil throws absolutely everything into those kicks. And if he's going body, you could see a flash, a head kick or something come out of it.
Absolutely, it is a very good tactic to go for.
Solid attempt from the spinning elbow from Davide, trying to get in on the single, trying to run the pipe, but he's eating some big shots for his damage here. Lovely balance from Sahil.
His balance in general takedown defense is very good. He was actually joking with me yesterday about his ground game and grappling not being good, but I gotta say, he is definitely proving himself wrong here. Oh, again, that lightning quick left hand. I mean, it was just the striking from Sahil Siraj is truly something to behold.
Good.
Kick there gets Latore off balance. And as you mentioned, it is very smart when you sort of double and triple up on the body to go for a high kick afterwards, because your opponent will just sort of naturally begin settling into that type of defense, defending against the body. When you do that, obviously your hands dip a little bit lower than necessary for defending the head. Both guys land kicks there. Nothing with too much conviction behind it. Oh, and again that...
Oh, just shy with the knee to the head of Sahil. I think he smells a little bit of blood on the water charging forward, but you have to speak to the heart of Gregorio Davide.
Absolutely. He is definitely in this fight. He's giving it his all. And he actually did a good job at getting just out of range from many of those strikes, because that was one heck of a blitz from Siraj. And if some of those strikes would have been just a little bit closer, it could have been lights out.
Again, just huge to the body. You've got to wonder just how many more of those, and a spinning attempt from Gregorio Davide, and this has all the fixings of a genuinely fantastic fight set.
Absolutely, what a treat we've been for it, and it's just the second round.
Wow. There we see that beautiful straight left, just right down the pipe from Sahil Siraj, forcing that scoop from far out. Just beautiful balance being shown here by Sahil Siraj. Finishes with a cheeky short hook.
And there we have that roll from Sahil Siraj getting out of the grappling position and onto his feet. Gotta say, his grappling is a lot better than he's giving himself credit for.
Spending time between Fight Center MMA in Gothenburg, All-Stars Fight Center, you know, you're going to be training with it. And who's who, an absolute gauntlet of beasts. You have no choice but to get better.
Yeah, absolutely. It is dangerous when winning with flying colors here.
Swimming with flying colors. There you go. I'm gonna write that down.
that one, yeah.
Swimming with flying colors.
Passing the swimming test with flying colors, perhaps.
Third and final round about to be set in motion here by Deck the Bandit Larkin.
You know what to do.
And again, I think Gregorio Davide really has to take this fight to Sahil if he's to get anything productive out of it.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, he is, to his credit, he is doing a lot of things right, especially on account of the circumstances. I mean, a lot of lesser fighters would have been dropped by some of those body kicks, but he's definitely still in this fight. He's got to keep on switching it up, making it a little bit dirty, you know, get into that boxing range, get into that clinch range, and just frustrate Siraj.
I think that's pivotal. You need to get into that boxing range, you know. With Sahil being such a precise technical striker, you need to mix it up. You need the dirty box, make a little bit of a grubby fight.
There you go. I like the way he used the kick to sort of shorten off the distance there. He didn't manage to just keep it at that distance, but it's definitely the right move.
Sahil Siraj getting the bite on the fakes with that leg kick. Again, that elbow clinging to the side of Gregorio Davide.
Latore's hands hanging pretty low.
Which could leave him open to a big kick coming up over that defense.
I gotta say, I do feel like a high kick is hanging in the air here. That one getting a little bit higher.
Again, just covers so much distance, leaps forward with it, and I think it's the speed and the accuracy of it.
Absolutely, there's not a lot you can do when you're facing an opponent who just is that quick and accurate. Because even if your defense is on point, I mean, if their speed is that incredible, they're gonna get through regardless.
Combinations. Movement combinations.
And there it is again. It's just, and I think he's holding it a little bit low. He holds that left hand just a little bit low, so it's perhaps out of the peripheral vision of Gregorio Davide. It just comes at that upward trajectory and lands beautifully.
Nice job defending there. I mean, admittedly, the takedown was a bit telegraphed. And wow, again, that left hand on point.
How many more of these can Gregorio Davide take?
Oh,
Nice
both guys
short
connected
hook,
there.
All right, good. There you go. Now hit it. Elbows. Elbows there, Gregorio.
I've got to agree with the Lattori's corner, but he's got to make Siraj pay for those for that takedown defense. I mean, sure, if he doesn't get him down on the ground, but you still got him against the fence, throw some of those elbows. Just make it a dirty fight.
You can see what he's trying to do. He's trying to land the strikes, roll underneath, and come up with the hook.
2 minutes now.
But it just hasn't quite come off for him yet, and I think that's because every time he does that, Siraj is stepping in, so he doesn't really have the scope or the purchase to get on the distance with the hook.
Let your hands go there. Good. Again.
Again, rolls under, showing that boxing class.
And Lattori definitely wearing the fight on his face. I mean, he's cut, he's bruised, but he's not out of it.
You can take that. Let your hands go.
You can see he's kind of getting the bit between his teeth a little bit now, trying to walk Sahil Siraj down, perhaps trying to pressure him against the cage.
I need you to push forward now before him.
That's a nice shot.
I need you to do that again.
And I'd like to see some more combinations. I mean, it's mostly just 1-2 strike shots that's being thrown from Lattori.
Sahil Siraj looking very, very calm. Almost,
Good. Again.
I wouldn't say coasting because that's a good shot, but it's more he's almost gliding through this fight. He's
Yeah.
landing his shots, he's getting out of the way.
I mean, he's feeling confident, and with good reason. I mean, he's landed some very successful strikes. And again, getting just out of range from the kicks from Lattori. Vera had a strike that connected from Lattori, and he needs more of that. I mean, he's got less than a minute and a half to work now.
Let your hands go.
He's really trying to work his way in, and you can hear the corner imploring him to let his hands go.
And it's completely right. I mean, he is, by all accounts, down on the judges' scorecards. He's really got to make something happen. He's just got to blitz him. He's just got to throw it all out there.
Sahil Siraj feeling himself a little bit there, keeping the hands low, enjoying the fight. And this is a fantastic test for Sahil Siraj, probably the most dangerous opponent he's fought in mixed martial arts.
Absolutely. I mean, he has faced some decent competition before, but I cannot think of the last time that he faced somebody as game as Gregorio Davide Lattori.
Less than a minute to go in this third and final round. Gregorio Davide really needs to spark something into action. Just as I say that, he initiates the clinch. And a beautiful trip takedown by Sahil Siraj.
And that element of surprise is just totally working in Sahil Siraj's favor because Lattori is not expecting these takedown attempts.
Just showing how well-rounded he is and how his mixed martial arts game is evolving at such a fast pace that not only is he just a striker competing in mixed martial arts, he's showing that he has that takedown arsenal as well.
Absolutely.
Oh,
devastating left hand.
10 seconds.
It's almost like a ghost, that left hand. So evasive, cuts through the defense. Before you know it, you've been stung.
And there we have it.
Fantastic fight between two absolute warriors. And yes, it was a stellar performance from Sahil Siraj, but you have to give credit to Gregorio Davide Lattori for staying in, for enduring, for taking the fight as best he could.
It did feel like it was a striking clinic set up by Sahil Siraj. I mean, his strikes, especially that left hand, it reminded me of thunder and lightning because it was almost like once you'd heard it, it already passed.
And as we say, it's a great test for Sahil Siraj, being taken to a decision for the first time in his mixed martial arts career. It's miles on the clock, it's experiential learning, so now he knows that he can go the full 15 at that kind of a pace.
Absolutely, and managing to recover from those takedowns that Lattori landed as well. Because, I mean, this is just, in the long game, this is going to be so great for Siraj's overall game. Just proving that he can go the distance, that he can get up back up to his feet after he's been taken out, and even scoring takedowns of his own. I mean, this really was a showcase for him.
said, just showing the real evolution of his mixed martial arts game. Not just a striker, but had some beautiful inside-outside trips. The announcement may be a formality, but to make it official, Lance Murdoch, let's hear you, buddy.
Ladies and gentlemen, what an epic battle to kick off the action here at Brave CF39. Blood, sweat, and tears. After 3 rounds of non-stop action, we consult the judges' scorecards. Judge number 1 scored it 27-30. Judge number 2 scored it 28-29. And judge number 3 scored it 27-30. It is a unanimous decision. To the red corner, Sahil Siraj.